In this topic, you will learn how to enter a miscellaneous issue. Now, you use miscellaneous issues to decrease product stock in the stock module. This could be used to adjust stock quantity or issue stock to customers where you don't need an order. So in this type of transaction, a business partner is not required and is not tracked by a sales order. You can issue out-of-stock products based on the product management rules and allocation rules that you define. Now, the site is used when creating the transaction, but must be set up for stock. The transaction can also include information like a doc, if the product is being issued from the doc. Can include transaction group for reporting purposes, and if there is a project, you would select the project involved. The product can also be issued in two ways: by automatic determination or manual selection. If the transaction is set up for automatic determination of stock to be issued, the system attempts to automatically determine the stock to be issued on the basis of information entered for the line, the allocation rule assigned to the movement for the product category, and the product management rule assigned to the miscellaneous issue. If parameters are not set to automatically determine the stock issued, the stock issue entry window automatically displays, and you can select the items to be issued from the picking list displayed. And finally, after selecting a product, the product displays in red at the product field if all required data is not entered for the line. If the product displays in green, the actual stock to be issued is not completely determined. This is typically if there's not enough stock available. And then in black if all information for the product to be successfully issued has been correctly entered. Now let's take a look at entering a miscellaneous issue. A valued customer dropped by to pick up a monitor for their computer. You decided you wanted to enter the invoice later, so you decided just to issue the product from stock. To do that, you go to your stock module, the miscellaneous issue and transaction block, and miscellaneous issues. Here you select the entry transaction or data entry screen based on the fields that you want to have available to you. Decide to select all. To enter your transaction, you create new and then the site where the product is being pulled from. The field here is a reference field where you can enter description if you decide to. Allocation date, the date the product is being pulled. If there's a transaction group, you enter that, as well as a project if necessary. If the product was at a site that was warehouse managed, the warehouse field would be available for use. This is not. And then you go to the line to enter the product. Now you enter your product. And as you can see, it's in red because the line is not complete. And as we tab over, we enter the details. And you decide to issue a quantity of 2. And as we tab through, we enter the identification. We can enter the movement description if we'd like to. And as you can see here, because this product is lot managed, you can select the product from the lots available to you. Once selected, it puts a total on the quantities on the line. If there's any shortage, it would show the shortage. And as you can see here, it comes out with the status of A, though we can change the status if necessary. You can see the amount of stock being issued is 2. There's actually available number of 8. Next thing you do is you save. Once you save, line is complete, and then you're able to create from here. On creation, a document number is generated from a sequence counter. You can see the details also from here of the stock being issued by selecting the action icon from the line and going to Stock by Site. Once pulled up, we can drill down to Detail to show the additional details of how the stock transaction happened by clicking on Stock Transactions. And as you can view it here, you can see where the stock was prior and where the stock was after as far as the quantity is concerned and the lots being issued. And now you know how to enter miscellaneous issues.